In this video, I'm going to give a preview of the upcoming February 2026 BTO launch. Let's talk about Tampines Central. So this project is bounded between Tampines Central 8 and Tampines Concourse, and it will have 250 units of 2-room flexi and 4-room flats. In terms of the on-site facility, it will have a preschool. If we look at the land plot, indeed it looks like quite small. However, the location is actually quite good, especially if you love the east area. In terms of classification, I'm guessing that this project will be categorized as A+. Why? Well, simply because it is within walking distance to MRT station, and Tampines, even though it's quite far from the central CBD area, but Tampines is very popular. Another telltale sign is that this project does not have any 5-room flat, and usually that's a sign that this project will be categorized as A+ or prime, but then because it's located in Tampines, I don't think this project will be a prime. So I'm guessing that this project will be A+. And as a spoiler, actually this is only one out of 2 plot that is within walking distance in the February 2026 BTO launch. So I'm guessing that this project will be super popular among the applicants for February 2026. Now let's talk about the location. Okay, so this is the map that HDB gave, and if we check the Google map, this is the corresponding map. So I believe that this is the plot between Tampines Concourse and Tampines Central. When I look at the map, I was wondering how come HDB did not use these 2 sites instead, because the other sites are much bigger, but instead they release this one, which is much smaller, only 250 something units. Anyway, so this location is actually quite good because you will be within walking distance to our Tampines Hub, which is located here. As you know, in Tampines Hub, there are plenty of things to do, right? They have like swimming pools, library, supermarket, hawker center, etc. So definitely this is good amenities. And then beyond Tampines Hub, you have bunch of other malls. You have Tampines Mall over here. And then you also have the Tampines Central shopping mall here as well. And then if you need to go around, of course, you can just take the MRT, which is within walking distance, or alternatively, the big bus interchange is also right here. So I believe that would be very convenient. So even though the on-site facility for this project is only a preschool, but I wouldn't mind because within walking distance, there are so many amenities that you can take advantage of. Now, if you like outdoor activities, there are 2 parks actually nearby. You have the Sun Plaza Park, which is over here, just within walking distance. And there's another park over here, which is the Tampines Central Park, but it is a bit smaller. In terms of the view, in this location, it seems like you might still have a chance to get an unblocked view, at least temporarily, especially for blocks that will be facing this area because it's an open field, and then this one is like a bus interchange. But I don't know what's the plan in the future. Maybe they would build this up into something in the future, but at least for several years to come, it seems like this will still be empty, so you might be able to get an unblocked view at least for several years. I don't know until how long. If you are a Muslim, note that there's a masjid here, so that is convenient, just within walking distance. However, for non-Muslim, sometimes you guys are asking whether the mosque will be noisy or not. Usually for mosques, their speaker is actually facing inwards, so you might be able to hear like certain prayer calls from outside, but it should not be too pronounced. So I don't think that you need to be worried about it at all. However, note that for Friday afternoon time, right, there's Friday prayer, and then there are certain times of the year where there will be like masses. So in such scenario, for example, like for Hari Raya or on Friday prayer, the road might be a little bit busy than usual. So that's a heads up. But for me personally, it's not a showstopper. It's not something to worry about. It should be okay. Now let's talk about the school options. So in terms of school options, there are some school options around the area. As you can see, HDB has kindly indicated which ones are the school options around the area, so I think that's good. So for families, honestly, I wouldn't be worried about school options. It seems like there's quite a lot of school options around the area, so I think that's good. Probably another thing to note is because this is Tampines, Changi is just nearby, so I am guessing that if you live in Tampines area, like it or not, you would hear more like plane noises around the area. So just a heads up. But I'm sure if you apply to Tampines, you already know that that's part of the risk, right? So what do I like about this project? Well, I appreciate that this project is still within walking distance to Tampines MRT station as well as the bus interchange. So I think that's good for people who rely on public transportation. And I also love that this location is really nearby a lot of amenities, including malls, our Tampines hubs, hawker centers, library, etc. So definitely great surrounding areas. And because of the location is very attractive, I am confident that this plot would have a high resale and also room rental value in the future. But note that because of the restrictions, you will not be able to rent out the whole flat even after MOP. So take note of that. And I also like that if you still have kids that is in school age, there are some school options in the area for your kids. So I think that's also good. So what don't I like about this project? Well, I think this project will be super competitive because it's located in a mature town. It's still within walking distance to MRT station, which unfortunately that doesn't happen much in this February 2026 BTO launch. And it is a very small project, only 250 something units, right? So in terms of probability during balloting, this one will be very brutal. And then another thing that I don't like is that there is a ballot risk because for February, there are two projects that is being offered in Tampines. This one at Tampines Central and then the other one is at Tampines Avenue. But then the problem is the other project is very far from MRT station. The other one is not within walking distance, but this one is. So that would mean that if let's say you apply for Tampines Town with the hope to apply for this particular project, but then you get a terrible queue number, you might end up only left with choices from the other Tampines Avenue plot. So in that scenario, you would either have to take the Tampines Avenue plot or you need to forfeit, but then you would risk to take the penalty from HDB, right? So I think that will be very problematical. And then in terms of entry price, I think this one is also on the higher side in terms of entry price, simply because HDB always benchmark the BTO price against the nearby resale prices. But then Tampines being such a mature town, the prices are already high. So as a result, the BTO prices are also high as well. Another thing that I don't like is that this project has a very tiny two-room flexi allocation for singles. So personally, if I am applying as a single applicant, I would not pick Tampines this time around, simply because the competition level would be brutal, man. Like I would rather pick something else, probably Bukit Merah. I think that would give a much better chance for me. But in summary, I still think that if you do like the East area and you like Tampines in general, this project is actually quite solid. This time around, actually, I'm not bothered by the fact that this development only has 250 units. I'm not worried about resale benchmark in the future. I think even though you don't have many resale transaction for this particular development later on, I believe that you still be able to get a good price if you want to resell your unit down the line. The amenities surrounding the area is just fantastic. And also if you think about room rental potential later on, right? You can imagine for people who are working around Changi area or maybe Expo area, they would be drawn to Tampines location. So I think this is a solid option. Another thing is that for the February 2026 launch for BTO, unfortunately, this is like 1 out of 2 decent option in the whole batch. At the moment, I'm guessing actually Tampines town would get the highest application rate in the February 2026. Why? Because the area is in demand, the supply is very small, only 500 something for the total town of Tampines. And then the competition in the February lineup is also not very good in terms of BTO lineup. Of course, SBF is another story. Yeah, but I think this project is good, but it's just that you will have a very stiff competition from other applicants. That's it. If you would like to know more about other projects, go to my channel because I have plenty of content about this topic. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!